Okay, now it looks better on YouTube as well. Well, we are ready to go further and to start to analyze the market together. Just give me a second because due to the fact that Mughal is not joining, he is enjoying his holidays. And actually, I have to check the questions on YouTube as well. So, okay, I'm muting. Looks good. Then I would say let us start. Okay. Well, it was a very interesting weekend until yet. We have started yesterday with this pump, leaving 40K, 40,300 actually, and we moved up until 42,300. Actually, I was expecting that 42K would be the limitation because, yeah, as you know, we have a max pain of 42K, and for the expiry 25th of March, this one is a 3 billion expiry. That's a big one, and usually in such cases, market makers, they take it very serious to maintain this level. But yeah, then I noticed that actually someone was trying to push up the market with stablecoins, and you remember I have tweeted about these 12,000 Bitcoin flowing in to derivative exchanges, and I was expecting something big is going to happen. And well, we had the pump then afterwards, and the drivers were on Binance, OKEx, and Bybit. Binance, and that was a very interesting fact, they used both pairs, the USD BTC pair, so futures. They didn't use the spot market for that. Just the perpetual futures on OKEx and Bybit together. And all three synchronized, they have started to push the price up, including FTX. FTX spot market was the only one, and I can show you that, it was the only one pushing the price up. And well, let us start as usual, checking the on-chain data. First of all, we have here our daily waves ratio. Okay, maintaining this level of, I would say, keeps maintaining this higher lows. It's right now reaching 0.45. That's a mid value, and it's just indicating that's still maintaining a certain sell pressure. As you can see here, that's our weights ratio 30 days average, just to see a trend, and we are declining at the moment. Declining not always mean that we are going to pump up afterwards, okay? As we can see here, we were declining. What happened? We dumped. The market, it's not black or white, okay? It's not just one side or the other. It's not just up or down. And that's why I'm spending a lot of time just to analyze and to check all kind of different aspects of the market. The market, it's not just spot markets. The market is driven by market makers placing huge volume option trades. We are talking here about $1 billion, and they use different of ways to manipulate the market price. Okay, actually, as we have seen with futures, for example, and of course combined with spots. So we have to check all kind of informations. The Wales ratio is interesting, just to see if we get some dump signals. If we can see that, for example, whales are just sending more Bitcoin to the exchanges, or for example, like we had in some cases, for example, like this here, it was almost telling us, hey, be careful next because something is going to happen. They stopped to send actually Bitcoins to the exchanges. In this one special case, we had this very popular pump, and we know what happened afterwards. And actually, we are maintaining this range. We are still maintaining this range from January, since 2 months now. But for me, the most interesting perspective based on weights ratio is the hourly view. Okay, because the hourly view is for short-term signals the most accurate one. It's always showing you how whales are acting right now. Okay, they stop to send spots to Bitcoin to the exchanges. Sorry, and that's yeah a very accurate signal that we will lift up. Okay, everything as soon as it starts to touch the 0.7t, it's usually a signal that something is going to happen, but because they have information advantage. Okay, um, so yeah, as you can see here as well, it is declining. It was pumping up very hard. And what I detected in the last few days is that the stablecoin supply is actually rising again. And that was wondering me a little bit. But the last time that happens, that was here. You remember the very popular pump, okay, where I missed actually the signal. It was painful for me because I lost, well, a good amount of money. That was really, I was shorting at that moment. So I'm very transparent. If I'm losing money, I tell you I don't care about. Okay. Um, I had one that said I'm just losing money, and that's stupid and that's not right. But manipulation sometimes it's very difficult to detect. And even if the market looks very bearish, even if the data looks very bearish, if they start to manipulate, for example, with Tether, it's very hard to detect that in early stage. So that happened to me. And also here we can see that's the stablecoin reserves on exchanges. Okay, every exchange, centralized exchange, has stablecoin reserves, and usually they fill them as soon as they reach a bottom, and it seems that happens. But usually also that here is a signal that something is going to happen. Okay, usually they start to buy spot then. And yeah, we will see. I mean, the FTX was the main driver, and if you check the whales alerts on Twitter, you will see in the last few days FTX was very active um, buying some Tether. Well, let us go further, and we can see here as well. You have in the bottom, this chart here is just showing you the derivative exchanges, spot and stablecoin inflows. Only the inflows, not the outflows. Okay, for me, outflows it's not really interesting to see if a pump is going to happen. Only the inflows. Sometimes people are asking me, hey, Inspo, you are a perma bear, you are just checking the inflows. No, it doesn't have anything to do with my bias. It's just because outflows means their action is in the past, okay? While inflows means the impact is going to happen next, okay? It's in the future. That's just a different quality of information. For a trend, for example, just to confirm if whales are accumulating, of course outflows are important, but that's not my case because I'm not Will Clement. I don't care actually if we are going to moon in 1 year. I just care what's going to happen in the next hours because I want to trade. Okay, I just want to make short-term profit at the moment, and so that's why I'm saying let us check every day the data. Don't let us forecast or predict the price action of the next 3 weeks. Okay, because the market is very dynamic at the moment. We had just a few days ago, and within 2-3 days, we had almost a volume traded on options of 20 billion US dollars. That's a lot of money. And I don't remember the last time I have seen such a huge trade volume. Well, doesn't matter. Let us talk about what's happening here. Or let us go back again. For example, here. We have, for example, to derivatives, we received 130 million US dollars in stablecoins. Just to confirm if this money is going to go to longs or shorts, we need to check the open interest and the funding rate. Okay, the funding rate is showing you the demand in longs or shorts in the last few hours. Usually the funding rate is going to paid every 8 hours. For example, from the longs to the shorts, or the opposite. It doesn't. It depends what kind of funding rate we have, if it's negative or positive. So when I see this kind of stablecoin inflows based or related to derivative exchanges, the second step I do is to check the open interest and the funding rate. If I can see the open interest is rising, means someone is buying longs or shorts, and if I see the funding rate is declining or lifting up, that's confirming me, okay, these guys are speculating that the price is going to go up. We can see here we had some few really low volume spot inflows to spot exchanges, and even the stable coin is very flat. So nothing is happening here in the spot markets, and yeah, as I said, since yesterday, the whole pump was driven by stablecoins and bitcoins, spot bitcoins, but related to derivatives and not to spots. Okay, they use Bitcoin coins for coin margin. You can use stable coins or you can use your own assets, your Bitcoins, and that's what they do. They combine both to push the price up and to start to sell their Bitcoins, because this market still have the same problem we are seeing since months, a very weak demand. And every market is um, is just works with demand and supply. Okay, if one of both is weak, the market is becoming weak automatically. So, in my opinion, what these guys are doing is generating artificial demand with futures, okay, maybe also with options. I think they use options much more to make money with premium, and they use futures to manipulate the market price. But that's my opinion. Actually, it's very hard to prove that. I can show you some patterns. I can show you, for example, some moves in the past, but it's really hard. Um, this chart, this setup here is showing you the whole future market right now. Okay, we have here in the middle chart we have stablecoin inflows and outflows. You can see We received much more stablecoins than we can detect any outflows the whole day, actually. We had yesterday some profits. Some people, they took profit, so it seems they were shorting and they took profit. Okay, even here that was yesterday evening or night. They did almost the same, and they have started to accumulate stable coins to push up. In my opinion, they failed to push and cross the 42K because that's a key zone, that's a key level at the moment, that's the max pain, and market makers don't like. I mean, taking into account that's a 3 billion expiry, they don't like such moves, and in my opinion, they failed, and I think we will see a retrace in the price action very soon. If I could even imagine that we are going to dump afterwards also very hard. Spots, as you can see today, just few. We had here that was 12, 13 hours ago. That was in the morning, European morning, by the way. We had one spot inflow to derivative exchanges of 1,400 Bitcoin, and you can see what happened with the funding rate. They have started to lift up. Yeah, that's actually what happened. Interesting also what happened with the FTX liquidation map. If we see that, let me make, okay. We see here the remaining shorts we had, they wrecked them or they closed their positions, but at the moment we are accumulating some it seems high leverage longs very close to our current price, and as you can see, the volume at 40k, between 40 and 41k, it's rising really hard. I mean, let me check directly here. We have 400 million. Okay, let us start here. 39.2, almost 300 million, 400 million, 500 million, another. Okay, let us make. That's really crap. Come on. That's better. 300 million, 400 million, 500 million, 400 million, 300 million, 200 million. Yeah, that looks that looks good. That looks good if you are a bear, and it looks a little bit risky if you are a bull. I don't want to classify anyone in bears or in bulls. Okay, we are sitting all in one boat. But if you are longing, be careful at the moment. I think at the moment it looks better for people they are shorting or they have a bearish view at the moment, because that looks very dangerous, I would say. And more if we take into account that these guys, it seems they failed to cross the 42K. Yeah, that's actually just an old setup. It's showing me the inflows and outflows, the general ones. It doesn't make any difference between derivative or spot markets. And it's showing me we received 1,450 Bitcoin just 1 hour ago, but that's not really much. I would skip miners because miners are doing a good job. Nothing is looking like they are going to start a sell-off. Just 2 days ago, they have started to sell here. Sometimes I think these guys have a very good trade behavior. They almost every time they start to sell the local top, that's really interesting. Yeah, then let us check here what's going on. Let us take a look to the option trading. Max pain 42K, so that's where we are right now. I mean, I don't know. I don't see. Let me check. Okay, yeah, that's actually our level. I think we will maintain there for a bit. And as you can see here, that's a big, okay, sorry. That's a big one. We have there a little bit more than 3 billions. Okay. Um, so I think market makers have a big interest to keep the price below 42K. Even if we have more calls than puts, but I think that's maybe the reason. We can check the statistics and the strategies. What happened since yesterday? Beer put spread. Okay. But that's weekend. Nothing happened. 4 million, 3 million, that's crap. That's nothing that's really useful for us. If we check the strategies of the last 2 days, yeah, nothing. No, nothing big actually. Bull put spread, okay, 470 millions. Short risk reversal, 340 millions. Bear put spread, 500 millions. Okay, that's not that. Let me check. That looks very interesting, actually. They bought at 43p puts, okay, and they sold at 30k. And the interesting thing here is they have spent more money in premium. So this deal wasn't driven by premium. These guys are expecting, are expecting in the last coming weeks a dump, it seems, below 34k. That's interesting. Yeah, we have here this too. So that's really interesting. They have they sold their puts at 30k for $150,000, and instead, usually such kind of strategies are driven by premium. Okay, they make money with premium. In this case, they spent more money, and that was 18th, actually yesterday. That's really interesting. Maybe also information advantage here, but okay, we can see what's happening in the next days. But if we check the GAX, and the GAX is very interesting because the GAX is a very, I would say, almost very accurate indicator. As soon as it's in its top, we start to dump. Okay, we had this many times already. Let me check the 3 months. For example, we had here the top, we dump, we had here the top, we dump, we had here a top, we dump, we had here a top, we dump, we had here a top. Well, we had a bearish price action, I would say. We had here the top, we dump, we had here. So, and that's happening. Now look what's happening right now. The red line. It's rising, rising, rising. We had a GAX of 85. The last time it was 86. Looks like dump, guys. Looks like dump. But let us chill. Let us see what's happening next. Something I was also saying here is that market makers, or at least those guys with big wallets between 1,000 and 10,000 bitcoins, they have started to buy actually at 39k. And as they do usually, they buy and sell afterwards, while retailers are buying, 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 buying. So we will see, but At the moment, the last data is looking more bearish than bullish at the moment. And yeah, that's actually, first of all, Coinalyze is a very interesting website. They are providing a lot of information for free. Okay, so don't be surprised if I will treat these guys or just supporting their projects, because yeah, that's really great. They are really bringing a lot of information here. Just to make clear, what are you seeing here? That's our price of Coinbase. We have the CBD of Coinbase, so that's the cumulative. Oh, cumulative CBD. Oh, Jesus, I forgot the name. Cumulative volume delta. So it's always showing you, for example, in that case, if that would rise, it's showing you that these guys are buying, are accumulating, right? So if we take a little bit, that's Coinbase, we can see that Coinbase is not really accumulating. And that's the aggregated CBD. So it's showing you almost every exchange, okay? And does that look like accumulation for you? I mean, they are selling. It doesn't. It really doesn't. They both here big, okay? Many different synchronized, coordinated, whatever operation to bring the price up. They did that here as well. But what happened in the last few days? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay? The whole pump was driven by derivatives. The only one was FTX. Okay? That was really the only one. FTX was, as you can see here, that's really an interesting timing, right? They started to pump the market. FTX was the only one, while every other big exchange was selling. We can see that here as well. That's Femex. Okay, I didn't knew that Femex is yeah, they have big volume, but also here selling. They are not accumulating. Bitfinex. I thought, come on, Bitfinex. Okay, Bitfinex have started to buy a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe they are forming a little bit. I don't know. But they were just selling all the time. All the time. All the time. I mean, I don't need to convince you. Does that look like accumulation for you? No, doesn't. Okay, we have Gemini here. Even Gemini, what's happening here? Are you accumulating? Fuck, you are not accumulating. Why not? They have started to accumulate here and they have started to sell here. Wow, these guys were really smart. Okay? Very smart. They did a very good job. And this chart here is showing you the other part of the market. That's the derivative. Okay, we have Bitfinex USDT perp right now. We have here the CVD for the BTC USDT perp. And we have here the aggregated CVD futures coin margin. So what I told you, they use their Bitcoin as margin. And we have here in the bottom the stable coin margin contracts. Okay, so if you are investing or placing along with stable coins, that would appear here on Bitfinex. Well, what's happening here? Yeah, nothing really. They were just selling against the trend, because as you can see, the coin margin contracts are lifting up while the stable coin margin, well, they lifted up a little bit but are declining right now. So also not really helpful. And here's Binance USDT. Just, I mean, check the timing. That's really it's so obvious what happened here. Binance USDT perp, Binance USD perp. Look that. I mean, they pumped with futures and with USD, not USDT. Almost everything happened with US dollars directly. Okay? Well, and we can go on and on. That's Bybit, for example, exactly the same. Okay? Like they are synchronized together. OKEx, exactly the same. And so on and so forth. As mentioned, this website is really, really interesting, and yeah, you have also here their trading guides, also very nice descriptions for every newbie. That's a must-have, really, and it's for free. You don't need to spend $1 for that. Yeah, so let us check a little bit what's happening here. We have the heat map. We can see that's Binance Futures USDT pair, and you can see the activity. You see here big volume, okay, more than in the up ranges. Why? Simple. They pushed the price up and they try to maintain this price level. Everything looks very controlled, but yeah, since yesterday night they stopped to limiting here at 44K, and the only one wall I have seen there is at 50, but it's not big anymore. Okay, so yeah, that's they are using these three different derivative exchanges, Binance, OKEx, and Bybit, to manipulate the market price at the moment. But let us check Coinbase, and as usual, um, at 44K, but nothing big, low volume. The next big is at 35K. So yeah, we don't have anything upwards. Let us check Deribit. Oh, that looks very interesting. That looks really interesting. 10 million. It's okay. It's not that big. I mean, 10 million, but as you can see, they're limiting here everywhere. But also here. Okay, even if, yeah, with almost 2 million, it's not big, but that's a sign. It's showing you that these guys would like to buy some Bitcoin there, or at least to retrace the dump if we are dumping. Oops, sorry. BTC USDT, that's the spot market, also 45, but as you can see, they took some volume out of the orders, and we still have here 36K. I would say a mid-volume order, yeah, for 455 Bitcoin, that's not that much. Bitfinex. Let me check Bitfinex. Oh, what's going on here? Why are they limiting here at 42.5? What's going on, Bitfinex? That's crazy. Why are you doing that? Huh. As you can see, a lot of sell orders. And of course, limiting at 37.8. So 38K would be actually my next um, yeah, expected level. If we really start to dump, and as you can see, they are still limiting here, but even if we go a little bit more and we had this 42.4, that's something I could expect because they have still pump ammo. So even if they failed 42K, even if they say, okay, I got it, we are not going to pump to 44 or 45 or 50 or whatever, we can have some volatility here. So we need to be careful, okay? Um, I would wait a little bit what's happening. If you're not shorting or longing at the moment, it would be good just to wait a little bit how the market is reacting. And let us check here FTX. Jesus, FTX Sam. Sam is making a huge work. I'm so proud of this guy. 1,700 Bitcoin waiting there. We don't want to let the price go down anymore. We will see. We will see. But yeah, that's that matches to what I was saying. He is not limiting really. I mean, just low here at 43.7. He stopped here with this big wall. I don't get why this wall. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe some try to fool us, or I don't know actually, but this here matches to the rest what I have detected related to FTX, SAM, Tether inflows, Binance, Bybit, and OKEx. Okay, Sam is Sam. He will always be the same, it seems. Kraken. All these guys are really. I don't know if they are still expecting such a move up. BitMEX, what's happening with BitMEX? Nothing is happening here. But they are more concentrated in the lower ranges, it seems. Well, let us Bitfinex derivatives. Also here, very interesting to see the volume. I see a little bit more in the upper ranges and in the lower ranges. Kraken futures. Yeah, nothing. A lot of algo activity. That's so insane. I mean, what the hell is that here? What the hell is that? That's so obvious. SEC, what's going on with you? I mean, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. That's OKEx. OKEx futures. One of the drivers. That's so crazy. Well, but it is like it is. We can don't chant that. The only thing we can do is to figure out what's happening and to try to make some profit with that. We will see what's happening here. It seems they are trying again just to push up. Yeah, they are trying again to push up. And you can see, and that's so crazy. As soon as they try, they get a lot of resistance and they push the price down again. Sometimes I think this kind of exchanges like Bitfinex or FTX are offering or providing kind service like, hey, what price do you need? We can manipulate the price to the price you need. Okay, maybe they are providing such kind of services. If so, they are really smart. Maybe I would like to make the same. Yeah. So that's actually it for today. We did almost again an hour. No, 39 minutes. That's cool. That's really cool. So I will take a look to some questions, but as mentioned, just be very careful what's going on. Let us check here. Yeah, they are trying to push up again. That's what they are doing. Yeah, some funds are arriving. So let us see how that works. 42.3 should be actually these lines here, what you are seeing, are just some limitations we detected in the past. And it's very crazy because they still hold this kind of limitations. But if you check the volume, that's crap. That's this here looks like a bull trap right now. Low volume, pushing up, pushing up. They let them go up, and now they push the price down again. Look, that's so crazy. It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. Um, yeah, I would say that that's everything for today. We did a lot, and of course, Bitfinex. Many people said, "Oh, we are going to moon Bitfinex. Longs are mooning right now." Yeah, they did. They did, and after it seems close before they retested and failed again, they have started to close their positions again. As you can see, they closed really almost everything. Yeah, it's even below the level before they have started to accumulate the long. So I would say we will see lower ranges again very soon, and you can see that here that doesn't make any sense. Low volume pumping to sell, and that's what these guys are doing. In my opinion, retailers are pumping right now, or trying actually, the remaining retailers to buy, and these guys are selling. Let us check what FTX is doing right now. FTX. Okay, right now selling. Yeah, that matches. Look that. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that's how it works. So be very careful, okay? Check the volume. The volume is a very nice indicator to show you what's going to happen. They could let the price go up, but it's under control. So it's really low volume with such a move, you know that's a bull trap, okay? And what happens afterwards, we know that very well, because if they have started to buy, they were buying the whole way, the whole way. It doesn't make sense for them to sell at 42K. So what are they doing? Very simple. They let the price lift up a little bit, and they start to sell so they can make some profits there. And that's everything. But yeah, so let me see. As mentioned, Mogul is not here today, so I have to check the questions if I can see any questions for stream. Okay, it seems on Discord I didn't receive any questions. Thank you very much for that, guys. And I check now YouTube if I can find anything. First of all, yeah, hello to everyone. Maybe I missed that. I can't see any questions there as well. This is the first time checking your live stream. Keep it going. I really like it. Thank you very much, Dex. Why not Algo? Freya Dog, I don't know the context of your question. Why not Algo? Everything is streamed by Algos. At least, yeah, I don't know if that's the same on futures, but absolutely related to the spot market. Dump is happening. Not yet. Nice insights. Great job, brother. Okay. Well, then I would say we are done for today. Thank you very much for watching from today. Just for all of you, for all the um, for all your the paid subs. Um, I will start Monday with the usual report. Okay, I have mentioned in the last weeks that we are working George and me, we are going to join together and to start a website where we will provide educational stuff, showing you some training videos, also how to set up, for example, on CryptoQuant, some on-chain charts useful to detect some moves, but also um, yeah, to show you how option trading works, future trading, how you can detect some strategies, and so on and so forth. So the goal is to educate you to smart traders. Hopefully that works. And we will provide more stuff there, a daily analysis um, via video, but with subtitle, some charts, of course, as well. And our goal is to create a huge and nice crypto community, okay, of people interested in crypto, where we can exchange knowledge, informations, because we are all together, okay? And it's very important that we work as a group and we exchange our knowledge as much as we can. That's very, very important. So I would say enjoy your weekend, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Love you all. And of course, I mean, I'm a little bit crypto addicted, so I'm front of the screen all the time, almost all the time. I have a private life, of course, but um, I will, if I detect something crucial, something that could let us predict the next steps, I will tweet and I will make some comments here on Discord. Well, I mean, thank you very much for all your support. Take care. Love you all. Until next weekend. Bye bye, folks.